Today we're gonna look at bad Magic the Gathering combos that actually work. And this combo comes from Slenderman 5450. Tezzeret the Seeker. Now this is a 5 mana, 4 loyalty Tezzeret. +1 untap up to 2 artifacts. Okay, what are we supposed to do? Maybe I should start. Okay, we do get to untap up to 2 artifacts. Which of those artifacts are going to be? One of them is going to be the Chain Veil. It's a 4 mana legendary artifact. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't activate a loyalty ability of a planeswalker this turn, you lose 2 life and pay 4 tap for each planeswalker you control. You may activate one of its loyalty abilities once this turn, as though none of its loyalty abilities have been activated this turn. That sounds like free value over here. But there's another artifact, and that is the Chromatic Orrery. So for 7 mana, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color. Tap to add 5 colorless mana. Oh, 5 colorless mana. It just so happens that we can activate the Chain Veil. And what that means is that we can, when we +1 the Tezzeret to activate and then add mana with Chromatic Orrery, get that mana back, get the activation again. I guess we have infinite mana and infinite Planeswalker loyalty abilities this turn. We get to do this over and over again, because if you get 5, you gotta spend 4, you get 1 extra, you get an extra ability, and then you just keep getting extra mana. You get infinite mana. That's a banger. Alright, moving on, we go with Restian Serpentine, the Quicksilver Amulet. By the way, I think in the future, we're just gonna do these in Discord. Like, what I mean by that is, just like with the custom cards, I'm gonna have you post them in Discord. Because if you post them in Discord, then I can find them. I don't have to look up cards anymore. And you can give me a better explanation how these things work. Okay, we have Bloodshot Cyclops. And then, of course, the Polar Kraken. Now remember, if you don't give me a good explanation how these things work, you're gonna get the Titanic sound effect, all right? I am very easy to use that Titanic sound effect. Okay, we have a 9. No, sorry, that's not even 9 mana. How much mana? 9, 10, 11 mana for an 11/11. Trampler comes into play tapped. Cumulative upkeep, you sacrifice a land. Is that gonna be a problem? Because Bloodshot Cyclops is a 6 mana 4/4. Tap, sack a creature. Oh, it deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to target creature or player. So hold on, so the idea is we're gonna Quicksilver Amulet, I guess, the Kraken into play. Because Quicksilver Amulet is a 4 mana amulet. Pay 4, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. We're not attacking, we are flinging. With the Bloodshot Cyclops, our Polar Kraken. That Cyclops has been working out. Look at those arms. Overworking the forearms, in my opinion, but strong enough to throw a whole Polar Kraken at somebody. And, catch my Kraken. Okay, next up from Citadel, we have Bear Umbra. Waves of Aggression. I appreciate the brackets. Adamant Will and Groundskeeper. Adamant Will, Groundskeeper. Alright, how does this work? This better be easy. Giant creature has +2/+2, has whenever this creature attacks, untap all lands you control. Waves of Aggression. Untap all creatures that attack this turn. After this main phase, there is an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase, which you can use your lands. Next up, we've got Adamant Will. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains indestructible until end of turn. And then Groundskeeper, pay 2, return target basic land card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, I don't get it. I don't get it. What's the point of the target basic land for my graveyard? Okay, the creature is indestructible. Is this even necessary? Is this thing also... Oh, I see. You retrace it back. Okay, the missing piece of the puzzle. This is why you got to explain these things to me. You know, these cards have so many words on it. It can interact in so many different ways. I sometimes look for combos that don't even exist. Yet we can retrace the waves of aggression so that we can continue being aggressive over and over again. My arthritis is acting up and I have a long combo. Help a brother out. Yeah, can you guys just resign over this? Adamant Will, Groundskeeper, do you get it? Do we all get it? Can we go home now? Replay, yeah. One, how many attacks do you get? Because if you keep discarding the land, you have less lands in play that are going to get untapped. And at some point, you run out of lands. You're literally discarding the lands to reactivate the waves of aggression. Well, no one said it had to be a good combo. No one said it had to be a good combo. Welcome, Boar. Ulik with Phyrexian Devourer. Another Altar of... We gotta ban Altar of Dementia, I think, from these combos. Altar of Dementia. All the altars and Tinker. This is the best you can do? Are you serious? You're putting Tinker in this deck, and what, we are tinkering literally for Altar of Dementia or Phyrexian Devourer of some sort? Okay, when Phyrexian Devourer's power is 7 or greater, you have to sacrifice it. Remove the top card of your library from the game. Put X+1/+1 counters on Phyrexian Devourer, where X is the remove card's converted mana cost. If Phyrexian Devourer's power is 7 or greater, sacrifice it. Okay. Altar of Dementia. Sacrifice a creature. Target player puts a number of cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power from the top of their library into their graveyard. What is the idea here? Remove the top card of your library from the game. Put X counters on it, where X is the remove card's converted mana cost. If its power is 7 or greater, sacrifice it. But you're like... And I don't even know what you're doing with the Tinker. Okay, I'm again... But you gotta explain these! Some of you are just not explaining anything. Look, Slenderman explained their combo for the first one. I got a good explanation here. I actually have no idea what Tinker is in here for. What, just to find like one of the other copies of these cards? Sacrifice a creature, target player puts a card equal to the power into their graveyard. You make Devour bigger than your opponent's library. How? How does that work? Phyrexian power 7 or greater, it gets sacrificed. You put X counters on it, where X is the remove card's converted mana cost. There's nothing that keeps this thing on the battlefield. I really don't get this combo. Okay, this combo has no explanation. I'm actually disqualifying the damn thing. Okay, next up, we're gonna go with the Plague Doctor. Become a literal car with Swift Reconfiguration. And Arden Intrepid Archaeologist. How does this work? We have a 3-mana 2/2 Core Scout. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may attach any number of auras and equipment you control to target permanent or player. It also has partner, but doesn't do anything else than that. So at combat, you may attach all number of auras and equipment you control to target permanent or player. Swift Recognition, Flash, enchant creature or vehicle. Enchanted permanent is a vehicle artifact with crew 5 and it loses all other types. Okay, so we become a literal car? Flash, enchant creature or vehicle. Can we become a vehicle? Is that what you're trying to say? I can see how we can be, the creature becomes a vehicle. Enchanted permanent is a vehicle artifact with crew 5. How do we become the player? At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may attach any number of auras and equipment you control to target permanent or player. Really don't know how this one works. I'm assuming, yeah, it can't enchant players if that was the idea. Bad combo that doesn't work. You can enchant creatures. That would work. There's no problem there. The creatures become cars. Make sure you don't become roadkill. Okay, Kono. Okay, we have Inala. Inala, Specimen... Oh, sorry, next one is Specimen Collector. Remember to explain your cards. I'm gonna give precedent to people who explain their cards. Look, when you're donating for free, you also have free space to explain them combos. And another Phyrexian altar card. People love your altars. I mean, this is a different altar card, but still. Okay, we cast Specimen, we cast the Specimen, copy with Inala, sack non-token collector to altar, death trigger copies the collector token, you now have a sack engine for infinite mana. Are you serious? So its eminence, whenever another non-token wizard enters the battlefield under your control, if Anala is in the command zone or on the battlefield, you may pay 1. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that wizard. The token gains haste. Exile at the beginning of the next end step. So, Specimen Collector says when it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token and a 0/3 blue crab creature token. When it dies, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. So the idea is, like, we're going to get a token. So we get tokens whenever another non-token wizard enters the battlefield under your control. You can pay 1 if you do create a token that's a copy of that wizard. Do we get a copy of Anala? Is that what you're trying to say? So cast Specimen, copy with Anala, sack non-token collector to alter. Death trigger from copy is the collector token. You now have a sack engine for infinite mana tokens. I actually don't know how we are. These combos are coming out super hot and complicated. What are we copying here? So this enters the battlefield. When it dies, we're going to get some. When it dies, it can copy. When it dies, create a token that's a copy of a target. Oh, but it's still going to be a token. But if it becomes a token, then we can't copy this thing, right? Whenever another non-token wizard enters the battlefield under your control, if this thing is in the command zone, you can pay 1 to create a token that's a copy. Oh, I see. We sack the oh, I got it. So this enters the battlefield. So we're going to get a copy of our Specimen Collector. And then we can keep sacking it to make another Specimen Collector for infinite. That's cool. That only took like 4 minutes, but I figured it out. All right, time for Super Chats. King Ginger. Oh, hold on. Before King Ginger, Kyle Driver just became a member. Thank you very much, Kyle Driver. Or maybe welcome back. You're a name and face I recognize. Or I should say avatar. Okay, King Ginger with Maloku. Clouded Mirror. Ooh, now that's a spicy card. Retreat to Coral Helm. And Walking Atlas. Infinite creature tokens, infinite landfall, infinite ETBs. So if I'm going to understand this correctly, Maloku gives you the option, pay 1, return a land you control to your hand, and you get a 1/1 blue illusion. Now with that land, you can replay it. And then with Retreat to Coral Helm, it says whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may tap or untap target creature or scry 1, and also Walking Atlas. It's a 1/1 for 2 mana. Tap, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. And when you put that land onto the battlefield, you can untap the Walking Atlas. You can put the lands back and then get Maloku back. And I guess that's also infinite mana. Yeah, you can float the mana. Walking Atlas puts the land back. Replay the land with Walking Atlas. Retreat to Coral Helm, untap Walking Atlas. Do it over and over again. I like that one. That was pretty sweet. Okay, let's take a look at... Okay, Toilet Duck has an explanation, which means I will look at it. Azores. Elocutors. Time Walk? Are you serious? Archaeomance. I don't see how anything with a Time Walk actually is fair. Radstorm equals cast Azores Elocutors. Okay, what is going on here? So you cast... Let's look at these cards. Azores Elocutors, 5 mana for a 3/5. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a filibuster counter on Azores Elocutors, and if Azores has 5 or more filibusters counters on it, you win the game. Whenever a source deals damage to you, remove a filibuster counter from Azores Elocutors. Time Walk! Which I assume we're going to just keep bringing back with Archaeomancer. Enters the battlefield, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. And Radstorm says you can proliferate. So... how does this work? Okay, Azores and Time Walk. On extra turn, Archaeomancer get the Time Walk. Then replay Time Walk. And then again Radstorm on second... extra turn GG. So we play Archaeomancer, Time Walk, Radstorm, How many counters on there? Whenever we need 5 or more. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a filibuster counter on this. I think you need a few more turns. Or I guess the idea is get a few extra turns, get the filibuster counters on it, and then you've won the game. And by the way, there are cheaper versions of this combo. You don't need a time walk. Believe me, time walk, not mandatory. Time warp, perfectly good. Just more clunky, that's all. It's just a little bit more clunky, but it will work. Do we even need the proliferate card? Can't we just take extra turns with Archaeomance? Oh no, we don't. Hold on, how does this work? It's proliferate with Storm. So you have 3 copies. So we play this. We play Time Walk. So we get 1 counter on this thing. Then we go Archaeomancer, 1 counter. Time Walk. Then Rad Storm. So the Storm plus the 2 last spells. That only gets you to 4. Like, you need 1 more turn. Oh. Archaeomaster time. Oh, then you pass the turn and you get another turn. Oh, yeah, okay, that works. Cool. Toads, do you have a combo? We got Mayel's Aria, Ornithopter. Sigarda's Aid. Fortunately, I know what... It's not Sigarda's Aid. Not Sigarda's Aids. Okay, there's only 1 aid around here. And then Flash in Colossification. What was it? Colossification. It's like a big pump spell, right? Hold on. Colossification. I don't know how to spell this just as much as you don't know how to spell this. Alright, it starts off with Mayel's Aria. I don't know why this card is so important to the combo, but it is a 3-mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. If you control a creature with power 5 or greater, then you gain 10 life. If you control a creature with power 10 or greater, then you win the game. What the hell? Then you win the game if you... Oh, sorry. It's okay. Then you gain 10 life if you control a creature with power 10 or greater. But then you win the game if you control a creature with power 20 or greater. So the idea is play your Ornithopter, and then with Sigarda's Aid, flash in your Colossification. I don't know how you're paying for this thing. Like, where did the mana come from? What is this, trigger? What is it? Triggered upkeep or something? At the beginning of your upkeep? Oh, I see, you just want to get him. This lonely Ornithopter and the Sigarda's Aid. They'll never see it coming. Effectively. Alright, it does work though. Great stuff. Otherverse TCG box on us completely free? It's possible. Okay, DM me or email me or something. I do have a PO box. The Otherverse TCG booster box. I'll think about it. I like free stuff. Okay, okay, next up we'll go to Kyle Driver. Just saying hi. It's been a minute since I could catch you live. Thank you so much, Kyle Driver. With that super chat, we're gonna donate it. We're gonna donate to the freebie section. Our fellow Korean viewer, Nomads Encore. Oops, different Encore. Encore. Task Force. And Worthy Cause. It's easy. It better be easy. Okay, this is, I know it's 0. The next 1 damage that would be dealt to Nomads Encore is dealt to target creature you control instead. Task Force. Whenever Task Force becomes the target of a spell or ability, it gets +0/+3 until end of turn. So I guess every single time we redirect a damage, Task Force gets bigger. And then Worthy Cause, 1 mana, buyback of 2. Sack a creature, gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. We're gonna live off life gain today, everyone. What starts the thing, though? Next 1 damage that we dealt. Oh, it doesn't. It just needs to be targeted with spell or ability. This is free. Actually, that you don't. It's like the next 1 damage. But 1 damage doesn't even need to happen in the first place. Okay, next, that was a free super chat, and now we'll just get, so we'll get a regular freebie. Who Who does not have? Islar. A lot of you don't have one yet. Surprise lethal. Urtet Remnant of Memnarch. Memnarch? And Colossification again. People love your Colossifications. Okay, step 1, get your Urtet out. It's a 2/2 for 3 mana. Whenever you cast a mirror spell, create a 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature token. At the beginning of combat on your turn, untap each mirror you control. And also for 5 mana, tap, put 3+1/+1 counters on each mirror you control. Activate only during your turn. What the hell is this? What is this? You're just gonna hit someone for like 20 damage? I really don't understand the combo. If this is even a combo. Is a combo just like put... Was there any... Is there a card I'm missing here? What's the surprise lethal? Whenever you cast a mirror spell, create a 1/1, untap each mirror. This doesn't even have flash! Untap the mirror that gets big? Each combat you control, untap each mirror, tap, put 3+1/+1 counters on each mirror you control, activate only during your turn. I don't get it! I really have no idea why this card is part of this combo. Is this literally just like attack someone for 20? Cast Colossification on a mirror, it then untaps and then swing. Whenever you cast a mirror spell, create a 1/1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, each mirror you control. Tap, put 3+1/+1 counters on each mirror you control. Activate only during your turn. It then untaps. Whenever you cast a mirror spell... Is this a mirror spell? This is not a mirror spell. Create a 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature token. It then untaps. You cast Colossification, which taps him. Then he untaps himself. What am I missing here? Whenever you cast a mirror spell, create a 1/1 mirror artifact creature token. I understand. Some people always give me the feedback, Nikachu, I can't stand these shows that you have. It untaps at combat. Oh yeah, at the beginning of combat on your turn, untap. Oh, okay. So you tap, put 3 counters. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, untap each mirror. Okay. I'm like, I don't get it. Okay, so it untaps. Untap each mirror, not each other. Okay, so you untap each mirror, including itself. Then what? Like, you cast Colossification, which taps the creature. When it enters the battlefield, tap. Oh, I see. God, this combo is awful. Okay, I get it though. I get it. So Colossification will tap the creature. This will just untap at combat, and so you can attack on that very turn. Okay, so yeah, okay, I get it. It's so weird. It's a big creature, and then yeah, okay, I get it. It works. That's like the word. That might be the thumbnail right there. That might be the thumbnail. We should have games to figure out like how long does it take for Nikachu to understand the combo. Okay, let's back to the super chats. Josh Karen, Xavier Sal. That was so bad on me. It was just 2 cards. Bounding Krasis. Okay, I love that because I know what that card does. Quasi-duplicate. And Arwen Weaver? A Weaver of Hope? Copying Bounding Krasis and remove counter, copy token, untap Xavier. Okay, we'll take a look at it. So first off, we've got our Xavier Sal Infested Captain. Aye, Captain. Betting Nika Bucks on how long it takes you to understand the combo sounds like a blast. Yeah, I know. Everyone's got to bet. On Twitch, you could bet, like, fake money how long it would take. Everyone would... line your bets up. Okay, 3 mana for a 3/3. Tap, remove a counter from another permanent you control, populate. Activate only as a sorcery. Sacrifice another creature. Proliferate. Activate only as a sorcery. Now, Bounding Krasis is a creature, enters the battlefield. You can tap or untap target creature, so I'm assuming we're going to untap this thing. Quasi-duplicate. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. It also has Jumpstart. You may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying its other costs, then exile this card. And then we have Arwen. Each other creature you control enters the battlefield with a number of an additional +1/+1 counters on it equal to Arwen, Weaver of Hope's toughness. So I'm guessing we're going to copy the Bounding Krasis so that we can untap the Xavier Cell, which then we can sack the duplicate to populate and do that infinite times. So then where does that go? Where does that take us? Copy Bounding Krasis, remove counter, copy token, untap Xavier. So we just have infinite untapping. Arwen says each other creature you control enters the battlefield with a number of additional +1/+1 counters on it equal to Arwen, Weaver of Hope's toughness. So you get like infinite. So this is gonna come into play. Sacrifice another creature, proliferate. But we can't afford to sack another creature, right? Because we have exactly as many creatures as we need on the battlefield. So we sack a creature to continuously remove a counter from another permanent we control to populate. But then I can't populate it. Well, how does this work? I wasn't given enough explanations. You remove 11 counters and populate infinite Bounding Krasis. Well, that's a lot of counters I need. Where did we even get the counters in the first place? Okay, Josh, I need more explanation. Oh, so you're basically saying we'll remove 11 counters and populate. So we start the game somehow with 11 counters? Was that like a piece of context? Okay, remove 1/1 counter. And then we populate. We can't proliferate, and we have no more counters on this thing anymore. What happens next? What happens next, Josh? Copy Bounding Krasis, remove counter, copy token, untap Xavier. And then what? We got no more counters on this guy. It's over. That Arwen gives? Arwen gave 1 extra counter, right? Each other creature you control enters the battlefield with a number of an additional +1/+1 counters on it equal to Arwen Weaver's toughness. So let's say there was 2 counters on it. Yeah, it's like a bad combo that could eventually work. So like okay, so like let's say it has 2 counters on it. What happens? You remove a counter to populate, right? We have 1 counter now because we're not adding. Does it say when you remove? Each other creature enters the battlefield. Only when it enters the battle. It doesn't add counters any other way. I don't even know if we have infinite Krasis. Okay, remove a counter. Copy the token, right? Sacrifice. No, we sacrifice a creature, proliferate. Okay, we get the counter back. Oh, we actually get maybe another counter. Then we remove a counter to populate. Create a token that's a copy of a creature token. Oh, we sack the original Krasis. We sack the OG. We keep the token in play. And we just populate. Oh. I got it. Okay, hold on. I think I got it. So I kept thinking you sack the token. You actually sack the OG creature to, you sack the OG. I think you sack the OG creature to proliferate. Hold on, no, but how do I do this? Sack a creature. I copy the Krasis, sack the OG to proliferate. I have more counters, but then I gotta, then I remove a counter to populate from the token. Token comes into play, untap. I think that works. Well, it says you have to sack another creature at the bottom. You have to sacrifice another creature, proliferate. These need better explanations. It's not very self-explanatory. Oh yeah, it's on a counter from a permanent you control, not the captain himself. Captain doesn't care who the counters are on. The tokens enter. Oh, the tokens enter with a counter. What is that? Where does it say that? Each other creature control enters the battlefield with a number of additional counters on it equal. Oh, that's weird. You know, I take counters from anything. Remove a counter from another. Oh! It's another permanent. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, got it. Josh, you're probably very frustrated with me, but we got there. We got there. From another permanent. Did Josh explain that? Probably did. No sack creature. Each token comes in with a... It's not a 1/1. It's a +1/+1 counter. You remove... Yeah, each token comes into play with it. You remove it to make a new counter with a new 1/1. They're not 1/1s. Those are tokens. 1/1s are actual creatures. Okay, we got it. We got there eventually. 30 minutes. If you're still around, you hit that like button. If you like me trying to figure out, even with details, how these bad combos actually work. Some of these bad combos are insanely complicated. I need a step-by-step guide how to make all of these damn things work. And you know what also works? FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite place to buy my Magic the Gathering cards. Deal of the week this week. Save 15% off all the list singles. You better believe your bad combos can be made with those singles. There's combos with Aura Shards, I'm sure Expropriate. Amulet of Vigor for sure. Demonic Tutor, always the start to a good combo. And you get 15% off when you use coupon code... Oh, sorry, you use 15% off just by taking advantage of the deal of the week. Always check out the new deal of the week every single week. Also use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases, in addition to the big deals that we have there. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. Build good combos and bad combos to your heart's content by having access to the entire card pool on Magic Online when you're renting them with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_FL0. Alright. It's gonna be a brutal show today. Okay, we're gonna do a few more freebies, and then I'm probably gonna have like a bunch of... Look at this. Look what Emperor is doing to me. At least there's some explanation there. Okay, we'll do 2 more freebies. Maddie! Channeler Initiate. Then Sinking Feeling. Obelisk Spider. Okay, we enchant Initiate with the Sinking Feeling Infinite Life Drain. I hope so. Okay, Channeler Initiate, 2 mana, 3/4. Enters the battlefield, put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. Tap, remove a -1/-1 counter from Channeler Initiate. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Sinking Feeling says enchant creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step, but enchant creature has pay 1. Put a -1/-1 counter on this creature. Untap this creature. Alright, Obelisk Spider, a 3 mana 1/4 spider. It deals damage to a creature. Whenever it deals damage to a creature, put a -1/-1 counter on that creature. Whenever you put 1 or more -1/-1 counters on a creature, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So what's the deal here? Enchant Initiate, the Initiate with Sinking Feeling, Infinite Life Drain. So enters the battlefield with put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. This one says pay 1, put a -1/-1 counter on this creature, untap this creature. Tap, remove. Oh, I see. That's cool. So make sure you use up the mana first. So you remove a counter, untap it, and then you can tap to, so you can pay 1. Then with that 1 mana that you got, you can untap this creature. How does that work with this? Whenever you put 1 or more -1/-1 counters on a creature, I see, and then you just do it. Good old drain and good old gain. The fastest he has gotten one lately. Yes, it was straightforward. Well, you know what was the problem with this last combo? With this Arwen, it's not intuitive that each other creature you control enters the battlefield with a number of additional +1/+1 counters on it equal... Oh no, hold on. Equal to Arwen. Each other creature you control enters the battlefield with a number of additional... No, it says additional. So how does... I'm like going back. How do these things get counters in the first place? Did it get a counter from quasi-duplicates? Where'd the counters come from? You know what? I'm not going back. You know what? We're done with that combo. If that one actually works, let me know. If it doesn't, you know, debate it in the comment section. It actually, it's just it breaks my brain when you guys sometimes send me a broken combo. It's like, how does this work? And I can look at it for forever. Arwen just gives the counters? Then why did it say additional? Each other creature you control enters the battlefield with a number of additional +1/+1. Or does additional just mean, like, it just gets it? Oh, it just gets the counter automatically? Oh, then I just didn't understand the terminology here. Because, like, from my perspective, additional meant, like, it in addition to, like, what the counters that I already got. Okay, I just didn't understand the card. That was the problem with that combo. Okay, next super chat. Coming from, we'll take one from King Ginger. Jedit, Ogenin Mercenary. Oh, by the way, let's give you a super chat sound effect. Jedit, old card. Cryptolith right. Concordant Crossroads. Reading the card explains the card except when you don't understand the card. Leyline of Singularity. 5 cards. Mirror Box. Infinite legendary tokens. Tap token to pay the G. You didn't explain anything at all. Okay, where does it start? It starts with Ojet. 3 mana, 3/3. Whenever Ojet... Sorry, Jedit, not Ojet. Whenever Jedit or another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay a green. If you do, create a 2/2 green cat warrior creature token with Forest Walk. Okay, I can make tokens. Cryptolith, creatures you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color in your mana pool. Great. Crossroads, all creatures have haste, which means the creature tokens that enter the battlefield can immediately be tapped for mana, which can also pay for this thing to make more creatures. So whenever another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay a green. So we're making copies of Jedit or something? Okay, Leyline of Singularity. If it's in your opening hand, you may begin with it. Begin the game with it in play. All non-land permanents are legendary. I have no idea how that works for you. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control. Oh, we can make infinite Jedits. Each legendary creature you control gets +1/+1. Each non-token creature you control gets +1/+1 for each creature you control with the same name as that creature. So what happens here? Okay, so whenever Jedit... Okay, so Jedit actually starts the whole thing. The tokens are legendary. I don't understand the point of Singularity. Oh, everything's legendary, so what, you get to keep everything and it just gets bigger? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, next up. We'll take more freebies from the section. Arcanus Ultra, Geometric Nexus. Geometric... Yeah, we're definitely moving this to the Discord. I'm gonna make a new channel. Bad combos that actually work. And I could probably just blast through them a lot easier. Okay, Eternity Vessel. Easy way to get an artifact with 20 charge counters plus Dark Steel Reactor. And the True Polymorph. Oh my goodness. Turn charge artifact into reactor. Win. Geometric Nexus. 2 mana. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, put a number of charge counters on Geometric Nexus equal to that spell's mana value. Pay 6. Tap. Remove all charge counters from Geometric Nexus. Create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of charge counters removed this way. Then we have Eternity Vessel. So apparently this is like the easiest way to get 20 counters. Eternity Vessel enters the battlefield with X charge counters on it, where X is your life total. Ooh. Or you could have 40 life, right? Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may have your life total become the number of charge counters on Eternity Vessel. And we have Darksteel Reactor. It's indestructible. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a charge counter on Darksteel Reactor. When Reactor has 20 or more charge counters on it, you win the game! But how do we move them there? Copy target artifact or target artifact or creature becomes a copy of target of another target artifact or creature. So target artifact or creature, do we just make this a copy or something? Do we turn this into this? And then True Polymorph. Target artifact or creature becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature. I don't get it. Okay, I don't get it perfectly. So where did this come from? This came from Arcanus. So turn charged artifact into reactor. Turn charged. So this one into a reactor. Oh, because it still has the counters! That is so sweet! What a sweet combo. Oh, that is amazing. What is the point of all these other cards? Like, why do we need you? Just play. Why can't we just have Eternity, Vessel, Dark Steel, Reactor, True Polymorph? What are the other cards necessary for? Anyway, okay, moving on. We've got big super chats coming from Emperor. Thank you so much. Super chatting from Break at Work. Need 3 for a lengthy of combo. Okay. The following is for a mono blue commander deck. Baldur's Gate. Why does a card have to have... What, are you kidding me? This is all one combo? How do you do that? How is a combo 20 cards? How is a combo literally half your deck? Okay, okay, Baldur's Gate. Basilisk Gate. Basilisk. Is this a gate deck or something? Oh, Gateway Plot. Gateway Plot. Okay, this is making some sense now. Gond Gate. Okay, maybe I'll... Okay, I get it. I'll just get them from here. So we have Gond Gate, Heap Gate. Maze's End. That's one win condition. Thran Portal. Thought we would end at Maze's End. Okay, next we have Thespian Stage. Or Vesuva, or any mono blue awaken spell like Clutch of Currents. Sakashima the Imposter. Does this actually go somewhere? Maybe look up the Imposter. Sakashima something. Oh yeah, there is Imposter. Okay, Sakashima the Imposter. Then we have the 11th hour stage 3, which is create a token that's a copy of target creature, except it's a legendary alien named Prisoner Zero. Okay, next up. What is... Oh, plus Psychic Paper? Hope everyone's following along. I'm not. Awaken... Then we have to awaken any gate. Have Sakashima and 11th hour... Stage 3 copy it. Give the awakened land Psychic Paper and choose Progenitus. Copy the awakened land with either Vesuva or Thespian Stage. Then finally use Maze's End to get the 10th gate and win the game in monocolor. How does that even happen? Did everyone get that? Did everyone get that? Corbinick is like, by the time you get this combo working, your opponent has left the bot lunch and came back halfway through. Or they didn't come back at all. You won alternatively when your opponent just basically died. My phone died right when you started my combo. Were you able to understand? Yes. We figured it out. I think. Okay, anyway. Okay, thank you very much, Emperor, for all of these super chats. I'll give you another super chat sound effect. If everyone needs extra understanding, here it is. Emperor, this is part 2. This is part 3. And that'd be it. Alright, thank you so much, Emperor. That is a convolutedly large combo. Yeah, I know, Maze's End usually requires 10 differently named gates, and you're just getting around it. Hey, if you can get Maze's End in a mono blue of all colors, I think you deserve it. You do deserve it. That is an achievement unlocked. Emperor was like, I'm gonna win with Maze's End, and I'm not even gonna play all the different gates. You can do it without it. Okay, next up, let's take one for... You never got a combo for Ginka? My first bad combo ever. Blind Creeper. Mirror Weave. Brain Freeze. Must be cast in the same turn, though. Imagine getting wiped by this. I can. Blind Creeper. Whenever a player plays a spell, gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Mirror Weave. Each other creature becomes a copy of a target non-legendary creature until end of turn. So everything becomes a Blind Creeper. Whenever a player plays a spell. Hold on. How does it work? It's actually whenever it casts a spell, and then you want to play Brain Freeze, target player puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. Does this work the way you want it to work? Because storm copies are not... Whenever you cast a spell, copy it. Copies are not cast. I believe this does not work. Yeah, you think the storm copies are cast. They are not actually cast. They are... It does nothing. So it would not trigger Blind Creeper, unfortunately. So unfortunately, this bad combo does not actually work. Okay, so I'll go to another one. Because whenever a player casts, it's actually, hold on, I'll show you. It's errated to plays means cast, and casts a spell means cast. And copies from Storm are not technically cast. They're just copies that just appear on the stack out of nowhere. They're just there all of a sudden. I know it's just stupid, but that's just how it works. A little bit of more explanation. It works because Sakashima the Imposter, 11th Hour Stage 3, and Psychic Paper can all copy and be on a creature gate and have a different name. Excellent stuff. Achievement unlocked. Okay, then we're gonna... This better be easy. Come on, Michael, save me here. Jester's Cap. After this, I have to only get through the Super Chatters. Skull of Orm. Oops, where am I going? Copy artifacts. Okay, Jester's Cap is a 4-mana artifact. Pay 2, tap, sacrifice Jester's Cap. Search target player's library for 3 cards and exile them. Then that player shuffles. That's it. Okay, so we search target player's library for 3 cards and get rid of them. Can we recur this somehow? Skull of Orm. Pay 5, tap, return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. This is not enchantment, but this is its copy artifact. You may have copy artifact enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact on the battlefield, except it's an enchantment in addition to its other types. Search target player's library for 3 cards, exile them. Then that player shuffles. What is the idea? Return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh! It kind of enters the battlefield. I looked at this like an aura. So it enters the battlefield as your Jester's Cap. Are you like gonna eat up your entire opponent's library? So you make it a copy of the Jester's Cap, sack it, look for 3 cards out of your opponent's deck, exile them, then bring it back with Skull of Orm and do it all over again. That is a very slow combo. Forgetting, because like, I will try next time after fixing the combo. Yeah, you keep working on it. All you have to do is cast infinite spells and you'll wipe everyone's board away. Okay, it's time for combos. Also, sorry everyone, it's all super chats. Unless they get disqualified, then I'll give it to the free, to the house. Okay, we have one from Tetra Tim Bowman. Repercussion, right? Oh, it's repercussion. Brash Taunter. Here, I don't have to show everyone. You guys can see reading the combo. I shouldn't have the super chat on screen. I can read it. Okay, Repercussion. Red, 1 generic enchantment. Whenever a creature is dealt damage by Repercussion, whenever it's dealt damage, Repercussion deals that much damage to that creature's controller. Then we have Brash Taunter. 5 mana 1/1 indestructible. Whenever it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent. And then Pariah. Oh, the classic. Gets dealt damage by fight. You want to start a fight around here, do you? Then Repercussion triggers, but Taunter, Pariah, Taunter damage. Taunter also hits opponents. I like the shorthand that you gave here. So we have to start a fight with the Pariah on it. And then this thing says, whenever a creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to that creature's controller. So we deal damage to us, but then the prize says all damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to an enchanted creature instead. Then where does it go? Oh, whenever it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent. There we go. It's gonna straight up hit somebody else. I didn't skip 3 supers. I'm doing it in order of large versus small. So if you super chat big, you get priority. I will get through all the super chats though. I will get. Look at that, Pacers fan forever. Magically here, Pacers fan forever. I thought you said you weren't gonna be here. Can't make the show. What happened? You made it anyway. Please don't tell me you're doing this while you're at work. Okay, I'll get to your super chats eventually. You'll see it on the replay. Darkstar Ashura with taking it for turns for just 20 mana and blue, white. Soulbind. Oh, this is Aven Interrupter plus Deadeye Navigator. Cast Emrakul. Cast Emrakul? Is that even legal? Hold priority. Activate Deadeye Navigator. Deadeye Navigator to blink it, I guess. To flicker. Oh no, flicker the Aven and plot Emrakul. There's the battlefield. Exile target spell becomes plotted. So we're going to exile our Emrakul. Repeat each turn. Oh, so that we can cast Emrakul and get the extra turn trigger. So that's infinite turns. That's wild. Aven Interrupter, by the way, is a flash flying creature. Enters the battlefield, exile target spell, becomes plotted, which means the owner can cast it as a sorcery on a later turn without paying its mana cost. And Emrakul, of course, when cast, gets an extra turn. Okay, next super chat comes from King Ginger. This is... Oh, we got that one already. Sorry about that. The next one goes to Cheddar. Cheddar. We have Gave Guru. Next, Ashnod's Altar. Danny Pink. Fey Cursed King. Oh, Corvold, right? We got Corvold in the house. Mazirek. Make a nerd, Ash, get mana, +1/+1 draw. Huh? Okay, I know very few of these cards, to be honest. Okay, we got the Guru of Spores. It's a 5 mana legendary fungus shaman. Yeah, today we got today off. All right, that's great. Pacers fan forever. Okay. What the hell does this do? This is a 5-card combo. You know, beyond 4 cards, you have to tell me how this works. Make a nerd. What's a nerd? You mean a Danny? Which one of these are nerds? Okay, let's start reading. There's a battlefield with 5 +1/+1 counters on it. Pay 1, remove a counter from creature control. Create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. Pay 1, sack a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. You can also use the creatures to sack to add 2 mana. Creatures you control have whenever 1 or more counters are put on this creature for the first time each turn, we get to draw a card. Corvold says, whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Corvold and draw a card. Creature control, whenever 1 or more counters are put on it, so we're gonna like draw a card twice. And then it also says when it enters the battlefield or attacks, yeah, but it's not gonna attack. And then we have Mazarek flying. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Okay, so we're gonna make a creature. We sack a creature to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Well, no, I can just sack something with Ashnod's Altar. Does that work? Whenever a player sacrifices another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature. Okay, so we get a counter on Corvold, which then draws us a card, and we get extra counters. I don't know what Danny Pink is here for. It doesn't look that necessary. And then we have extra mana to to remove a counter from a creature you control. Create a 1/1, also pay 1 to sack a creature, or just sack it to Ashnod's Altar, and you get infinite card draw, right? Infinite card draw and infinite buff. I have no idea why Danny's here. Creatures you control have whenever one or more counters are put on this creature for the first time each turn. I guess you just draw cards faster. Don't you draw cards like infinite as well with Corvold? Like, doesn't that work too? I'm pretty sure that works. There's like one extra card not. Yeah, it's wow, what convoluted combo day. Danny doesn't need to be here. Other than that, I think this combo is great. Great combo. Okay, next super chat. What do we have here? Bacon Catbug. World Gorger. I'd also, yeah, for each super chat, like $2 should be for like 2 cards. You should, for each card in your combo, you better put an extra $1 in there. All right, thank you very much, Bacon Catbug. World Gorger Dragon. Anime dead. Oh no, that's a good combo. Disqualified. We need bad combos on this show. Really bad combo. Okay, so we're gonna donate this combo. I'm gonna close my eyes. And Blackbird gets it. Trove of Temptation. Phyrexian Obliterator. Why? For blocking. If opponent doesn't attack, I use Trove Temptation to force enemy creatures to attack. Oh, is that right? This was a great combo. 4 mana enchantment. Each opponent must attack you or a planeswalker you control with at least one creature each combat if able. At the beginning of your end step, create a colorless treasure artifact token with tap, sack this artifact. Add 1 mana. Of any color. And like Phyrexian Obliterator says, whenever a source deals damage to Phyrexian Obliterator, they have to sacrifice that many permanents. That was great. I'm so happy about this combo. You force them to sack their stuff. Okay, Jess, Torbrand, Torbrand. Pyro. What is this? Pyrohemia? Pay 3 red? Bad? I don't get it. Okay. Torbrand. If a red source you control would deal damage to an opponent or permanent opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 2. So you deal extra damage to your opponent. We have 4 mana at the beginning of each end step. If no creatures are on the battlefield, sacrifice Pyrohemia. If there are no creatures, so like no Torbrand. Pay red, deals 1 damage to each creature and each player. Oh, I see. So just with a bunch of damage on the stack, you hit everyone with your Torbrand. Simple as that. All you need is Torbrand, Pyrohemia. And then, what, like 13 mana? 14 mana? That should be enough? Okay, next up. Pacers fan came prepared. Aura Shards. See, I told you Aura Shards was a combo card. Then we have the Thraben Doomsayer. Umbra Mantle. Oh, this is easy. Oh, this is one of those pay 3, untap the creature, and it'll get bigger. Thraben Doomsayer. Tap, make a 1/1 human. As long as you have 5 or less life, other creatures you control get +2/+2. We have Aura Shards. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. But why? Okay, so you can tap, make a 1/1 human. It will blow an artifact or enchantment up. But I don't see how this keeps going, because you have to still pay 3 mana. Is this like more synergy based, or is this an actual combo? This is like bad combo that is still bad. Also, it's gonna whenever a creature enters the battlefield you control, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. What's the point of this? Did I get those cards right? Aura Shards, Thraben Doomsayer, and Umbral Mantle. I don't get it, Pacers fan. Like, I don't get it. With infinite mana? Oh, with infinite mana. Well, where does the infinite mana come from? So then what does it do? What is the point? The idea is like with infinite mana, you can like what's the point? Like, what's the point of aura shards if you have infinite mana? Okay. You have infinite creatures with infinite mana, with just Thraben Doomsayer and like the Umbral Mantle. The aura shards is completely irrelevant. Okay, I'm donating this super chat. It's okay, Paces fan forever. You got a lot of other cards coming down the pipeline. Summer Mermaid Star, Stella Lee. It's a wild card. Twisted. Then we have Twisted Fealty. Is an infinite burn combo. Keep untapping her to tap her to copy Twisted Fealty and keep killing off the roll aura. Wicked roll go burr. Okay, Stella. What do you got for us, Stella? It's a red, blue, 1 generic, 2/4 human rogue. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Tap, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only if you've cast 3 or more spells this turn. Interesting. Twisted Fealty, 3 mana, sorcery. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn, but you get to create a wicked roll token attached to up to 1 target creature. So the idea is an infinite burn combo. Keep untapping her to tap. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. So we're untapping her. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, exile the top card. Copy target instant or source spell you control. Oh! So you tap. So hold on, the idea is Twisted Fealty. In response, I'm gonna copy it. So we get a copy. Then we get to untap. One of them resolves. We untap Stella Lee to recopy the Twisted Fealty. And then when this aura is put into a graveyard, each opponent loses 1 life. How does the aura get to the graveyard, though? Or is there some way we can, like, kill off our Stella Lee at some point? Oh, no. Oh, we have to sacrifice her, right? Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. Gains haste until end of turn. Oh, but we give it back. How does it die? Paces Fans Forever says, you blow up all artifacts and enchantments. You know, I get it. It just seems like the least of someone's worries when you can make infinite creatures with your combo. Okay, so I see that there is some combo here, but create the wicked roll. If you control another roll on it, put that one into the graveyard. Oh, okay, so it has to replace each other. It's like legendary. Okay, cool. And then whenever the aura goes to the graveyard, they lose 1 life. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, read the roll reminder text. Thanks so much, Summer Mermaid Star. That was a banger combo. It was 2 cards. It was unique. I never heard of these cards before, and they work together. Could you get this in draft? No, this is from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. All right, this is a very, very new card. Put them up, partner. Except they didn't have guns. They got, what do they have instead of guns? They have knives. I think they have blasters of some sort. Okay, next up, okay, Pacers fan forever. You need to redemption. You want to go back to the aura shards, do you, Pacers fan? Aura and the umbral mantle again. And oh no, this is a different one. Aura shards this time. Felidar Guardian instead. What? Felidar Guardian and Saheeli Rai? Are you kidding me? What's the point of the aura shards? This is another, like, this Felidar Guardian Saheeli Rai is a good combo. Okay, well, I mean, Pacers, looks like it's combos are on the house from Pacers fan forever. So it's like, the thing is, you're taking like one good that one was a really good combo. Like, we're talking like actually tier 1 combo. Saheeli Rai and Felidar Guardian. You just added aura shards to it. I mean, in some sense, yeah, it makes it worse because it's completely unnecessary. You would just kill them. You just kill them. Okay, so who do we... Okay, let's give one to Steve Cooper. Steve Cooper always donates to people. It's just fair that some things get donated to Steve Cooper. Obeka. Splitter of Seconds. And we have Aqueous Form. Aqueous form. We also have Bulwark. What the hell is Bulwark? Is it getting poured, like, is lava getting poured on this poor soul and then peer into the abyss? Okay, let's start from the beginning. Obeka! Splitter of Seconds deals combat damage to a player. You get that many additional upkeep steps after this one. So we love our upkeeps. Giant creature can't be blocked by Aqueous Form. Also, whenever it attacks, you get to scry 1. Bulwark, for 5 mana during your upkeep, deals 1 damage to target opponent for each card in your hand greater than the number of cards in that player's hand. And with infinite upkeep, or with more upkeeps, we can deal more damage. And then peer into the abyss. Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half their life. Round up each time. So target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library. Wouldn't that be us? So we draw that many cards. But this is a sorcery card. During your upkeep, deals 1 damage to target opponent for each card in your hand, greater than the number of cards in that player's hand. How am I keeping these cards in my hand, right, Steve Cooper? Lots of Thunder Junction combos now, that's for sure. Because if I go peer into the abyss, like, we need a reliquary tower or something, right? Creature can't be blocked. It was Aqueous Form, right? Yeah, it was Aqueous Form. Whenever it deals damage to a player, you get that many additional upkeep steps after this one. So we get a lot of upkeep steps. The problem is I don't understand how we keep the cards. So I think you need, like, reliquary tower. And then that makes sense to me. Because if you play this thing, peer into the abyss, you have to discard your hand to hand size, and then, like, your upkeep triggers probably don't matter very much. So I fixed it. I fixed it a little bit. Next super chat coming from Darkstar Ashura. Bands with time. What the hell? Leyline of Singularity. Okay, bands with time. Or it's banned with time. Oh, I see. You're probably with... Okay. That's the title of it. Leyline of Singularity. Darkest Hour. And then Unholy Citadel. Okay. All non-land permanents are legendary. All creatures are black. All your black legends gain bands with other legends. Ah, so all of your stuff has banding, but nobody else. Love it. I love this bad combo. Okay. Let's look at another Aura Shard. You just put in Aura Shards attached to all these infinite creature combos. I have a feeling Pacers fan forever lost to a lot of artifacts and enchantments lately. Like, a lot of artifacts and enchantments. So anyway, yeah, so Earthcraft, Squirrel Nest, you have infinite creatures, Aura Shards, you blow everything up. But Earthcraft and Squirrel Nest, plus a forest, by the way, that is a good combo. It's like you're basically adding Aura Shards to already... It's like Deceiver Exarch, Splinter Twin, and Aura Shards. Are you scared of the Aura Shards? Are you? That's right. I'm gonna blow up all your soul rings and stuff like that. Okay, hold on. You have to have a good one here. Aura Shards and Mycosynth Lattice blow up anything. Hold on. Maybe this is good. No one suggested this before. Mycosynth Lattice. But this requires a creature, right? Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you may destroy target artifact or creature. This says everything is an artifact. I like that one. That was a beautiful one. We're gonna give it an applause. We're gonna thank the Academy. Or I should say, thank you very much, Pacers fan forever. This is actually a pretty good... This is a bad combo that also actually works. I like that one. Okay, for this Earthcraft one, I'm donating that one. Hope you don't mind. You donated so many. And they're all good combos, plus aura shards. What is this? I can't read this. Okay, field 4 insidious roots. Sorry, Deadline Universe, this is not clear enough to me. Book of Exalt. No, that's a good combo. Sorry about that, Marcio. Book of Exalted Deeds and Mutavault. That one of those cards got banned once. I'll have you know. Something got banned once because of that. Okay, we'll give to Christopher B. Christopher B is a super loyal person to the show. Hold on, I have to just add some music. This is gonna be a long one, I have a feeling. Shields of Velis Vel. We also have Sliver Overlord. Gain control of as much of the board as you have 3 for, even tutor for shields. So the idea is Shields of Velis Vel is a changeling. Creatures target player controls get +0/+1 and gain all creature types until end of turn. Oh! So, what does it mean creatures target player controls? Oh no, this is an instant. So you make someone, all their stuff is slivers, and then you swipe them. You swipe them from underneath their feet. I like that combo a lot. That is a banger combo. Even though that also requires a lot of mana, but I still get it. Okay, next up. Let's take a look at... we got one from the dangerous one. We've got Ceaseless Sear Blades. Then Blossoming Tortoise. Mutavaults. Fling. We all know what fling is. You could be flung! Where's the fling? There's fling. Plus Immodane the Pyrohammer if playing commander. Why are so many of these cards necessary? Why can't you people just give me like 2 or 3 card combos? Okay, so... There was no explanation to this, so I hope it's easy. So Ceaseless Sear Blades, 4 mana, 2/4. Whenever you play an activated ability of an elemental, Ceaseless Sear Blades gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Are there any abilities that are like free? Blossoming Tortoise says activated abilities of lands you control get 1 less to activate. Oh! And then Mutavault, you can activate it, and then you can continue to turn it into a creature. I can't believe I can actually understand this combo, which makes Ceaseless Sear Blades actually infinitely big, which is good enough to win by itself. But it looks like you want to go one step further and just fling it at somebody to kill them for 1 shot. How does this card work? There should be a rule. Like, you guys... Don't give me redundant cards. Like, there's some redundant pieces to these like, we don't need an Immodane, obviously, if, like, the first 4 cards work. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control that targets only a single creature deals damage to a creature, Immodane deals that much damage each opponent. Like, this is... Oh, I see. So, if you fling, you can fling and hit everyone at once. Okay, so this is not completely redundant. This is the one-shot kill versus everyone. It works quite well, too. Next up, we're gonna take one from Bryce. Leyline Singularity, Ancient. We have another one. Another Leyline combo, you say. And then, Arena of Ancients. Legendary creatures don't untap during their controller's untap steps. Oh my goodness. Your opponents are quite... They're like so unhappy at the sight of this thing. And then enters the battlefield, and you tap them as well. They tap and then they screwed. Another one from Darkstar Ashura. Okay, I'm gonna get to everyone, don't worry. You use Ramos immediately by casting only 2 spells. Ramos. Which one is Ramos? We need that, oh, this Ramos probably. Glowstone Recluse. Vol... Paquette. Get out Ramos, mutate both under Ramos. Okay, step 1. We get Ramos out. When you cast a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on each Ramos for each of that spell's colors. Remove 5 counters from Ramos, add double Wooburg. So what's the point of Ramos? So we can mutate Glowstone Recluse. Reach, whenever this creature mutates, put 2 counters on it. And Volpaquette, whenever this creature mutates, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So we get, like, whenever you cast a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Ramos. Oh, I see. So we cast both, we get 2 counters, and then each of those cards put counters on it, and we can remove all of them to get the double Wooburg. Do I have a sound effect for this? And then whatever you're going to do with that, like, double Wooburg, I don't know. But it sounds like the combo has just begun. Bryce says, you want a Aura Shards combo that is unique? Take... Well, yeah, someone else has to go for it. Thank you very much, but I have super chats to get through. Okay, come on, Pacers fan forever. Come on. Allurin, Aura Shards, and White Mane Lion. Okay, that one... This is probably going to be unique. Allurin! Aura Shards. I've never seen someone super chat the same card in like 20 combos at once. And all Aura Shards. Okay, starting with Allurin. Any player may play creature cards with converted mana cost 3 or less without paying their mana cost, and as though they had flash. Aura Shards. Of course, if the creature enters the battlefield, destroy an enchantment or something else, and then White Mane Lion, flash. Oh, it has super flash. Flash and has flash from Allurin. Enters the battlefield, return a creature you control to its owner's hand. So it can return itself. Oh, okay, now that one is a good one. Congratulations. Pacers fan forever. That's your best combo. That's your best bad combo, at least. So the White Mane Lion can return itself back to its hand, because it's played for free with Allurin. It's 3 mana or less. So enters the battlefield, you blow something up, and then you just keep bouncing it back and forth until they have nothing in play. Yeah, take care of yourself, Dark Star Ashura. Don't go broke over super chats. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, John. Woodfall Primus. Renata. And Blasting Station. Okay, starting with Woodfall Primus, Trample, ETB, Destroy, Target, Non-Creature Permanent, and it's got Persist, which we can sack to the Blasting Station. When you sack it, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. When a creature comes into play, you may untap the Blasting Station. But when it comes into play, it comes in with a -1/-1 counter, and then that's it. So how do we keep this going? But then we have Renata that says each other creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter, which means it counters out the -1/-1 counter and gives you infinite Woodfall Primus triggers, which will blow up everything of your opponents and also will deal 1 damage to target creature or player, preferably straight to the face of your opponents. Okay, now we got the real Elemento. Form of the Dragon plus Transcendence. Form of the Dragon. And Transcendence. I think this has been on the show before. It might be a good combo as far as I'm concerned. Okay, it is Form of the Dragon. Okay, let's look at Form of the Dragon. It's a 7 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, Form of the Dragon deals 5 damage to our creature or player. At the end of each turn, your life total becomes 5. Creatures without flying can't attack you. And then this is, you don't lose the game for having 0 less life. Whenever you have 20 or more life, you lose the game. But whenever you lose life, you gain 2 life for each 1 life you lost. Gain life for each 2 life you lost. Yeah, at the beginning of your upkeep, deals 5 damage to our creature or player. At the end of your turn, your life total becomes 5. Huh? I don't get it. You don't lose the game for having 0 less life. When you have 20 or more life, you lose the game, but you'll never get to 20 or... Oh, I guess the idea is you'll just never get... So you don't die for having 0, and you keep going back down to 5. That's a sick combo. I like that. Yeah, you perpetually go to 5. Now they have to basically deal 15 damage to you in order to win the game, but it's like, that's relatively hard to do. Not impossible. It's just hard. It's not impossible, though. The real Elemento. Oh, sorry, that was you. We just did that one. Tetra Tim Bowman. I need Thrashing Wumpus and Charisma. Get Wumpused. Charisma. When a giant creature deals damage to a creature, you control that creature as long as Charisma is in play. So I guess this Thrashing Wumpus has a lot of Charisma. Pay a black. Deal 1 damage to each creature and each player. Wow! So you're just gonna swipe everything. Oh, this combo is amazing. That's actually a really good bad combo. Yeah, you don't lose that 0. Well, you don't lose that 0. Oh yeah, you can't lose that 0. No, hold on, no, but oh, they had to make you gain life. Hold on, getting back to that last combo. Yeah, they actually can't. I was thinking if they attack you, you gain life. No, yeah, it's whenever you lose life, you gain 2 life for each 1 life left. So if they deal 15 damage to you, oh, is it the thing that they can't? I think they can deal 15 damage to you and you gain that much life instead. Yeah, so you don't go below 0. But if I understand that combo, if you take 15, you'll gain 15. You gain 7 or something like that. Maybe I don't understand that combo entirely. Benovsky, thank you so much. Nothing beats 5/4 and Gigantosaurus. Well, I don't know about that. Gigantosaurus. To be honest, I would not really count this as a combo. I'm gonna have to disqualify that. Which means we will donate it to the freebie section. Okay, who did not get a combo yet? Yeah, maybe you'll get a donation, who knows? Don't know if Toilet Duck got one. Evil Presence. Oh, is this like... These cards aren't real. Skull Saucer. Did they build these combos in these uncards for... Or not, sorry, these are like what? The holiday cards? Form of the Approach. Mystic Reflection. Plus Slaying Mantis plus Planar Bridge plus Slaying Mantis. I'm not reading it. This card, if it goes beyond 5 cards, I'm not reading these things. You guys can read this. Planar Bridge equals opponent's head and yourself through the table you're playing on. I just hope that this is a combo. I don't even know if this turns into anything. We have go Evil Presence into Skull Saucer into Form of the Approach of the Second Sun. Sorry, yeah, of the Second Sun. Mystic Reflection, Slaying Mantis, and Planar Bridge. Anyone get that? Okay, this will take multiple posts to explain. First, Evil Presence plus Skull Saucer, opponent's head on table, then Form of the Approach of the Second Sun makes you a card in your library. Oh god. And then, this was brought to my attention on a show once. ETB by throwing on top of the table, then Planar Bridge to throw yourself from the top rope onto opponent's head, which is on the table. This is ridiculous. King Ginger, thank you so much for your super chat. Elephant Grass. Plus Braid of Fire. Oh, I love this card. And Darkest Hour. Oh, we have, again, this card. The all creatures are black. Okay, so what? Cumulative upkeep of 1. Black creatures cannot attack you. Non-black creatures cannot attack you unless their controller pays an additional 2 for each attacking creature. And then so nothing attacks us because of Darkest Hour. And then you have Braid of Fire, which says you get a red for each mana in your mana pool. So you can keep paying for this cumulative upkeep. Oh, that's amazing. That's a bad combo that actually works. And I would also say that's pretty good. Oh, that's it for the show today. Thank you very much. Okay, in the future, I'm going to move this to my Discord. So the cards are already there by default. And you can better explain your combos in the first place. You just have to super chat the name of your host. Anyway, we do this 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, except for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to do it at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. But every other day, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'll make a notice to everybody. Okay, thank you everyone who supports the channel. If you're a patron on Patreon, member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or you super chat to help other people be part of the show. If your combo doesn't work, or if the combo is a little too good, you make someone else's day by when we donate it to somebody else. And also, of course, thank you everyone who shows up for these shows, I guess now in the afternoon. Thanks to Toads, the real Elemento. We got Summer, Mermaid Star. We have Old Boy, Steve Cooper, Dark Star Ashura, Forginka, David Sampson, Benovsky, King Ginger, Toads, Titra, Tim Bowman, True North A, David Sampson. Who else do we have? Shout out to Pacers Fan Forever. Don't know if they went back to work. Or no, I think they said they had the day off. Toads, Dinglebag, Kano, Toilet Doc. Because you guys are the show. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing them coffees, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.